right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here again for our group about goal setting. You've got goals. Are we still okay with that name? All right, perfect. So just in case anyone forgot, I know we haven't seen each other in a little bit. My name is Miss Montes, or Sophia, whatever you'd like to call me. And then just so you guys are still familiar with one another, I'm just going to have each of you go around and say your name again.
My name's Desi. Sorry.
Thanks, Desi.
My name's Teddy.
Okay.
My name's Vivian.
Thanks, Vivian.
My name is Spencer.
Okay, perfect. Thank you guys, of course, again for being here. So I'm just going to review a little bit of what we went over last time we were here. We discussed what goals are, kind of generally. We went over some examples of goals that we have and others might have, in high school, and even maybe a little bit of what adults might have as well. We went over barriers to goals and how we can overcome those barriers. Some of the barriers we talked about were mental health issues, time management, that kind of stuff, having fear, all of those things. You guys did a really, really great job, and I'm really looking forward to going over this next little bit of information with you. So before we start, I forgot to ask you guys at the end of the last session, how are you feeling about goal setting now after the last session? Good? Pretty good? So pretty good? A little bit of that, some ups, some wiggles. And then before we get into it again too, just reminding us all of the rules, confidentiality, keeping it in the group, and just trusting and respecting one another when we share, when we talk, that kind of thing. You guys you did great last time, so I'm sure we won't have any problems this time. So first, we are going to discuss the 4 different kinds of goals. I'm going to project it on the screen right there, and I'm going to go over those for you all. All right. So first are long-range goals. These begin with the end in mind. These goals are typically accomplished in 1 to 5 years. Make sure each goal set is worthwhile and can be realistically achieved. Next are intermediate goals. Review long-range goals and their deadlines, then work backwards to determine what needs to be accomplished by the halfway point. Next are short-range goals. These are monthly goals that lead to the achievement of intermediate goals. And next are daily tasks. Prioritize daily tasks in their relation to short-range goals, and success is inevitable. So, how do those sound to you all? Okay. So, just throwing it out there, for example, one example of a long-range goal for you all might be going to college. You guys are juniors and seniors, and 1 to 5 years, you'll be in college or finishing college, kind of depending on where you go and how you start out. Can anyone think of an intermediate goal? So that's just a reminder, that is you review your long-range goals and their deadlines and then work backwards. So what's something that kind of has to happen between now and then to achieve the long-range goal? What's a smaller goal in there?
You'd have to get good grades so you can go to college.
Yeah, so maybe passing your classes this semester is an intermediate goal, right?
Making sure you're meeting all your deadlines on any finals or tests or projects.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like the application process, I'm making sure you meet those deadlines as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's a really good one. And short-range goals, that's kind of a little bit more along what you were saying. So making sure you're passing tests, turning in projects, that kind of thing. So short-range is the stuff that you have going on maybe this quarter or this month, that sort of stuff. We're talking about passing and going off to college. We got to do the smaller stuff to get that stuff done. And then down to daily tasks. What's an example? How can we, if our long-range goal is getting into college, what's a daily task that is going to help us achieve that goal?
Wake up in the morning.
That's always a good goal. That'll probably help you accomplish anything that you have set out.
Maybe mapping out your days.
Yeah, getting like a good plan for your day.
Yeah.
Doing your work.
Yeah, doing your work.
Day.
Yeah, exactly.
Making sure you sleep well so that you're ready.
Yeah, definitely. Getting good sleep, getting prepared for each day, doing your homework, that kind of stuff. So good job, guys. You've really got that one under control. And this next part we might be, reiterating a little bit more of what we just said, but we're going to go over how to set and accomplish goals, and I'll have you guys look at the screen again. So first, we want to make our goal SMART. You may have heard about this maybe in your app classes or elsewhere, or this might be new to you. But when we make goals, we need them to be specific. So the SMART is kind of an acronym, SMART. So specific, the M is measurable, A is attainable, R is relevant, and T is time bound. So does that kind of sound good to you all? We'll go over that a little bit more in depth probably in the next session, but we'll get that down. Good job. So second is write it down. Write down your goals to clarify and strengthen your intentions. 3 is a little bit about what we talked about. We're going to break it down. Break down your goals into small and manageable steps to overcome being overwhelmed. So kind of what we just talked about, how there are 4 different types of goals. Those following that kind of system, that is breaking down our goals right there. So you guys really seem to have a good idea about that. 4th is holding yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable by maintaining focus and discipline throughout your process. What's an example of holding yourself accountable?
If you get a bad grade, it's not your teacher's fault, it's yours.
Yeah, that's a good one. We are all responsible we're mostly always responsible for ourselves.
Not allowing yourself to have that 30 extra minutes of TV time when you could be studying.
Set
That's a
boundaries
good
for yourself.
Yeah, set boundaries. That's a good one. Anything you can think of, Vivian?
Just like setting like a daily, making sure you do your work and making sure that you complete it.
Yeah.
And don't let yourself like slack off.
Yeah.
Because it's really easy.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'll do it later.
Yeah, definitely. I know I procrastinated a lot through high school and even college myself. I hate to admit to you guys, but that was something that did not go away for a while. And other ways, there's a lot of measures that are built into your guys' lives right now in high school that you can take advantage of. To hold yourself accountable. You know, you get report cards, you get progress reports. Most of your teachers are pretty good about updating things on the online portals. You can always check your grades, go in and see your teachers, that kind of stuff. So you want to hold yourself accountable. Set boundaries. That's a good one. So yeah, you guys seem to really have that under control. So next is reward yourself. Rewarding yourself will help reinforce the positive actions you've taken, so you can continue doing it. So if you get an A on that test, maybe take the night off from studying or from homework as long as you don't have something big coming up, or make sure you hang out with your friend over the weekend, just so you're rewarding yourself, you're feeling good, but you're also not burning out. You're not getting overly stressed, overly tired about something. Does that kind of sound good? Is there anything you all can think of that you might do to reward yourself for accomplishing a goal? And it doesn't have to be a test, any kind of goal. Like how can you reward yourself? Because that's really important. Chocolate? Ice cream.
Go out to eat with your friends.
Yeah, go to eat with your friends. Parents give you a little bit of money, go to In-N-Out or something.
Play sport that you enjoy.
Yeah, play some recreational sports.
Yeah, it's pretty much just making sure you take care of yourself.
Yeah, take care of yourself, treat yourself a little bit. All right, good job, you guys. And then last but definitely not least, you're going to want to develop systems and habits. Effective systems and habits make it easier for you to accomplish your goals on a regular basis. So you guys have already talked about this a little bit. So waking up early, making sure you don't waking up early, but also making sure you get enough sleep is really important. Kind of setting a schedule, a routine for yourself is a really good idea. Another way is making sure you go home and you study at a certain time, or you give yourself like a certain window that you're going to do something, that kind of thing. Does anyone else have any ideas about systems and habits that you can use to kind of set yourself up for success in your goals?
Smaller reward system.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Read 3 pages and then let yourself have like a handful of chips or something.
Yeah.
I'm like studying for like 30 minutes and then have like a 10-minute break. And
Yeah.
then, breaking that into parts. Because I know that for myself, I'll start reading or studying or something, and I'll just get tired of it. So
Yeah.
I get physically tired, so then I just don't want to fall asleep.
Yeah. I get that. You guys all seem to really understand this and can apply this really well. So I am going to hand out some goal setting worksheets and give you all a couple of minutes to kind of go over them. And keep in mind, this can be long range, short term, daily tasks, something that you want to accomplish. Maybe stay away from the daily tasks. That's not going to help us out too much at this point, because you're also going to want to write down some steps, 4 to 6 steps that you need to take to reach that goal. So going off of what we just said, so I'll give these to each of you. There we go. So maybe write down that goal those goals we talked about last time at the end. I'll give you all a couple minutes.
The educational goals.
Educational, personal, maybe even a career goal in the future. Alright, so good job everyone. You guys did that pretty quickly. You guys were really thinking this last week. Alright, so does anyone, you all don't have to share, but do a couple of you want to share maybe one of your goals and some of the steps that you feel you need to take to reach them?
I put playing basketball and getting a grade so you're eligible to play basketball.
Okay, yeah. So that sounds like you've kind of already broken down you want to start on the varsity basketball team.
Yeah, that'd be good goal.
Yeah, so even one of the steps to reach that goal is getting good grades so that you can play, maintaining your
GPA.
yeah, your GPA and your staying out of academic probation. That's the word I was thinking about. Yeah. What were some other steps maybe for starting on the basketball team that you came up with?
It starts with just practice.
Practicing, making sure.
I think it's the most important thing. And then conditioning so you were able to practice.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have hard work so you're in good condition to practice.
Yeah.
And then just repetition. You got to do it over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. Great job.
But also studying so I can have the ability to play.
Yeah. Good job. Very good job.
Thank
That's
you.
all that's a great breakdown of how to reach that goal. Does anyone else have anything maybe to add to Spencer's, or do you want to share your own goal?
I put maintain good grades.
Yeah, that's always a good goal to have. What were some of the steps that you wrote down to maintain that goal?
Well, I was thinking about some of the stuff we had just
To
talked
achieve that goal.
about.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's fine. And it was like one thing that really stuck out with me is like having small victories and rewarding myself from them. Like if I finish my homework before I go hang out with my friends, like hang out with my friends will be the reward.
Yeah.
And then like just making plans to see how I'm gonna stay focused.
Those are some really good ideas, Desi. I like those a lot. It looks like you really paid attention to the lessons, and you're trying to figure out the best ways that you can reward yourself for going towards your goals, and doing so in positive ways that you would probably do anyway. So kind of reframing your mindset and going after what you want, what you really want. I like that a lot. Thank you. Teddy or Vivian, would you like to share?
My first goal was to get a driver's license.
Yeah, very cool.
My steps is get my parents to start teaching me how to drive, sign up for driver's ed for like online classes, and the required driving time with an instructor. Well, get my permit before then. Did it out of order.
So many steps out there.
Drive more.
Yeah.
Take the driver's test and hopefully pass, and then drive.
Yeah, that's you really got your step-by-step goals there. It looks like you really know what you need to do. You just have to get your parents' help and kind of get the plan set into motion. I know I was really excited to get my driver's license, so I can only imagine the anticipation that you feel. But good job. Vivian, anything you want to share?
My goal was to maintain good grades and prepare for college. Some of the steps were just like starting out by completing assignments daily and like taking challenging courses so that I am college ready. And like to combat like anything like procrastination wise is to make like a study schedule and to stick to that. And then once I complete those things, like give myself time to breathe and like reward myself with like little things, and then just taking account of deadlines and things that I have to do in order to like reach the goal.
Yeah, you did a great job kind of detailing that. It looks like you also, all of you really paid attention to kind of going over the different steps, the different kinds of goals, and just detailing a plan step by step, what you need to do to achieve it, and not being too hard on yourselves. That's really the most important thing. I think you guys are all doing a really good job, and I'm sure you're going to accomplish all the goals that you have. So next time we meet, we will probably go base ourselves off of what we've done today. I'll have you guys share other goals. Maybe if you did an academic goal or a personal goal, maybe have you do a personal goal, academic goal, career goal even. However, you guys see fit, whatever you brainstorm. I'll have you take this home as a little bit of homework. Don't stress too much about it. But we'll just pick back up where we left off next time. Thank you all so much for being here today. Before we go, I just wanted to get a little thumbs down, thumbs up, thumb in the middle, what you guys think, how you're feeling about goal setting and kind of the program, and if you have any feedback for me.
No, it's pretty good. I feel good.
It definitely makes this a bit easier to like
Yeah.
do it step by step.
Yeah,
Break
it's
it down.
a little less overwhelming, I think, if you see the steps and know that you only have to do kind of one at a time versus everything that goes into doing it all at once. Taking a step back and seeing what you need to do. All right, well, thank you guys so much for being here today. I will get you guys some passes back to class, and I will see you again next week. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.